Hello everyone, welcome back to Five Trades, and in this video I am going to be giving you a 3-step system that you can use to pass any prop firm challenge. Look, I've blown plenty of prop firm accounts. I've lost thousands of dollars before I had this painful realization. I realized that my strategy was profitable, but it felt like the prop firm rules were designed to make me fail, and they are. I knew my setups, I knew how to read the market, but it didn't matter. The pressure of the daily drawdown and that looming profit target turned me into a gambler. I would have a great week. I'll get close to the goal, take one bad loss, and then spend the next 3 days revenge trading, and I'll end up blowing my account. This is when I stopped trying to beat the market and I started to build a system to beat the rules. I realized that passing a challenge isn't just a test of your strategy, it is a test of your discipline. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact 3-step risk framework I created to eliminate overtrading, manage drawdowns, and finally get funded. This is a system that recognizes that many traders fail because they break the risk rules, not because their strategy is bad. Let's be completely honest. While prop firms don't publish official numbers, it is widely estimated that the pass rate for prop firm challenges is somewhere between 5 and 10%. And it's not because 90% of traders have terrible strategies. It's because the challenge environment is a psychological pressure cooker designed to expose every single one of your weaknesses. Firms aren't just testing if you can make money, they're testing if you can protect their capital under a very specific and strict set of constraints. From what I've seen, the number one killer of challenge accounts isn't a bad market call, it's breaching the daily drawdown limit. That single rule is arguably responsible for more failures than anything else, and it creates a vicious cycle I'm sure you're familiar with. You start the day, you take a loss. Instantly you feel behind. The profit target feels further away and the daily loss limit feels dangerously close. So what do? You feel that pressure to make it back fast. You start taking mediocre setups that you normally ignore. You might up your size just a little bit, thinking one good trade will fix everything. This is revenge trading, and it's the single most common account ending pattern. Before you know it, the one small loss has spiraled into 3 or 4, and you've hit your daily stop loss. One bad morning becomes a blown account. The fundamental mistake is thinking you need to chase the profit target. You don't. The target is the outcome of a good process. Your real goal is survival and discipline. You have to stop playing the game of chasing profits and start playing your game of managing risk. Passing a challenge is more of a compliance than a race. So how do we build a system for that? It's not about a new indicator or some secret entry signal. It's simple 3-step framework that manages your risk, your emotions, and the rules themselves. Step 1. Define your fortress, the pre-market trade risk model. The first step is about setting up your rules before the market opens, when you're calm and logical, not when you're in the middle of a losing streak. This is your fortress, your defensive walls you build to protect your account from yourself. Risk per trade, 0.25% to 0.5%. Forget the standard 1% or 2% rule you hear everywhere. That's for personal accounts with no hard stop rules. In a prop firm challenge, risking 1% is too aggressive for many strategies. With a 0.5% risk, you can take 10 consecutive losses and you'll still only be down 5%. Still in the game. Lowering your risk isn't a sign of fear. It's a necessity to give your edge the time to play out. Simplify to amplify. What I mean by this is pick 1 or 2 instruments, know them inside out, master them, trade them only during their most liquid sessions. A simple, repeatable strategy on a market that you understand is far more powerful under pressure than a complex system that gives you signals everywhere. Simplicity reduces decision fatigue and unforced errors. Don't just look at the cheapest firm. Analyze their rules and see if they match your trading style. If you're a swing trader who needs to hold trades for days, a firm with a strict no weekend holding rule is guaranteed failure. Don't try to change a proven strategy to fix a challenge. Find a challenge that fits you. Step 2, the challenge execution plan. Once your fortress is defined, you need a plan for how you operate within its walls day to day. This is your execution protocol. Set your personal daily loss limit. If the firm gives you a 5% daily drawdown, your personal hard stop is now 2.5 or 3%. You stop trading for the day long before your firm forces you to. This is the single most effective tool for preventing a death spiral. It creates psychological buffer. When you hit your personal limit, you shut it down, no questions asked. The buffer first approach. Your primary goal is not the 8% profit target. Your first goal is to get to 2% in profit. This 2% is your mental and financial cushion. Trading from a position of profit is a completely different psychological game than trading from break even or from a loss. Build your buffer first, then trade your plan with confidence. Trade only your A+ setups. You are a sniper, not a machine gunner. A challenge is not the time to take mediocre trades out of boredom or because you feel that you should be trading. You wait patiently for the highest probability setups your strategy will generate. It's far better to end the day flat than to force a trade and lose. Your prop firms reward precision, not activity. Step 3, the post-trade recovery protocol. This final step is what you do after a trade. This determines whether you maintain disciplines or spiral out of control. This is your damage control and your emotional regulation system. The 2-loss rule. If you take 2 consecutive losses on a valid setup, you walk away from your desk for at least 30 minutes. No exceptions. This is your built-in circuit breaker to stop revenge trading before it can even start. During that break, actively review those trades. You only return if you are emotionally neutral and your strategy's conditions are still present. The finisher mindset. A huge number of traders fail when they're just a few percent away from their profit target. They get excited, greedy, and reckless. The correct approach is the opposite. When you are 75% away from your target, you become more defensive, not aggressive. Cut your risk per trade in half again. Cut down to 0.2% if you have to. Your goal is to protect your progress and coast over the finish line, not floor it and risk crashing out. So this is the conclusion. Step 1, define your fortress. Build your defensive walls before you trade. Use 0.5% or even less. Simplify your market focus and choose a challenge that suits you. Step 2, follow an execution plan. Operate with discipline inside the challenge by setting a personal daily loss limit. Focus on building a 2% buffer and then start taking your absolute best A+ setups only. Step 3, master the recovery protocol. Manage your emotions by walking away from 2 consecutive losses by becoming more defensive, not more aggressive as you approach the profit target. Passing a prop firm challenge isn't about being the smartest trader or having a secret strategy. It's a test of discipline, patience, and emotional control. Traders who get funded are not gamblers. They are risk managers. They understand that their first job is to survive, and then they trust their profitable strategy, which will eventually hit the profit target as long as they just follow their rules. This framework is what allowed me to finally break the cycle of failing and to get my first payout. I believe it can help improve your chances too. If you found this system helpful, hit that subscribe button. Also, in the description, I've linked a PDF, which is a daily checklist, which you should go through before trading. It's a step-by-step checklist that will allow you to follow these rules and allow you to eventually get your first payout.